Starting from the mouth of the problem, you see where we are, a beautiful part of Chatham Harbor and the beach, lovely little beach homes. But then we have the result of civilization. And here is the outflow of road runoff coming down from this very steep driveway, very straight, very steep. So we're going to walk up the channel here, show you an opportunity how to mitigate this problem at this point, which is kind of the end of the pipe, although the beach is currently the end of the pipe, but this is kind of the end of the pipe of the driveway situation. But the real answer would be to work on that overflow of irrigation water. It's about 8 o'clock in the morning on a beautiful early mid-May morning. And that's a lot of irrigation water coming into the road from a narrow strip of grass up the hill on this fine home above. But that's a lot of wasted water, and currently it's coming down and it flowed unmitigated. Even just irrigation water is causing this, but this is also storm water. Imagine that's just irrigation water. If it were a full-on inch-an-hour storm event, like we're getting more and more often. So the answer here is, while again, end of the pipe, is to create a diversion swale and a hugel terrace. The swale will catch the water coming on that angle as best we can. I just took 5 gallons of water, power washed it, cleaned out the little apron, which I'll show you in a second, guiding water in this, like this, along that swale, and then into the meadow, which can be enhanced and planted with more robust plants than the mugwort, which is taking over. But you can have a nice seaside meadow because all the water would go into here and soak in and be captured and filtered by the hugel terrace process, which is logs, leaves, wood chips, myco remediation coming into play, fungal matter that takes any road toxins or nutrients or fertilizer that might be in excess off of the landscape above, as opposed to going into the watershed or into the beach itself, or the physical problem of runoff, but it's also the nutrient load that's in that water. So we can mitigate both those situations, hold the water within this meadow right here. Now, there's already an existing hardscape with the apron, but with some clever guiding of that runoff, it tends to come during the irrigation moment. Of course, that's where the water focuses, but during a whole storm, it's going to come all over this area here, which is another matter entirely. But for this moment here, that's the angle of the road. That's where the water wants to come like this anyway. That's why the irrigation water is showing us what's happening. So during a storm event, it's going to follow the same pattern. So it comes along. Now it can enter up here to a small degree. That's the lesser channel. The initial takes the initial brunt of it. Small amount can go into that diversion swale. And there can be a hugel terrace below. But the dominant one is here, entering in through the cobble. I guess power wash the sand out of that. So water will enter and kind of circuitously find its way into this swale. And you can see the result. That's only 4 gallons of water applied at high pressure. Imagine when it's this entire driveway and hill and roof and everything on that whole hill coming this way. It's millions of gallons of water flowing into beautiful part of Chatham. We need to protect that, and we can by divert and soak. Divert and soak. And if that's not enough, based on those 2 examples, we have another opportunity to take water that comes across here that misses that swale system here, and there could be some diversion with this shell guiding it into another swale and divert. So that's the opportunity. It is end of the pipe thinking. This is the end of the pipe. That's the real end of the pipe problem, but we can solve it at this intermediate end of the pipe. And this can lead by example that there could be opportunity up here. Take some of that water before it comes into this part. It can go into that part of the landscape there. Just guide it right into those arborvitae. That's an opportunity. Little channels. Might take a little bit of a minor curb cut to get the water in slowly. Same principle. Divert, soak. Divert, soak. Divert, soak. And by soaking, you're soaking through deep, rich organic matter with the hugel culture methodology, and then the terracing system that I call hugel terracing, that gives you a deep, 3 foot deep and 1 foot high terrace that soaks, holds, purifies the water, capturing the nutrient runoff, stopping the force, the destructive force, which is causing the problem in the beach, but also holding that nutrient where we want it to be in this beautiful seaside meadow currently dominated by mugwort. So we can change that situation by catching the runoff, turning a problem into an asset. I'm Peter Jensen, but this right here is Terra Firma, regenerative agroecology in action. Terra Firma Permagardens, hashtag. Find us on Facebook and Instagram to learn more. Here I am in Chatham. Watch this space. Imagine the possibilities of diverted runoff becoming nourishing walk-off. Diverted runoff, nourishing walk-off, and offering beautiful protection to the ocean and the marsh and the bird life and us.